Hey, Fan Nation, welcome to The Wrap. This week we're talking about the AIM Weekend Walleye Series in North Dakota, where we had the Warrior Boat Pure PowerSports Open out of Partial Bay, North Dakota. It was a beautiful morning on Sunday, and we put those boats out after the national anthem to go catch some North Dakota walleyes. As our anglers went out Sunday morning, one of the things they encountered is a very healthy fishery. There is a ton of fish in that 8 to 12 inch range, and the future is bright. And because the future is bright here in Lake Sakakawea, it's not easy to just go out and find those big fish. A lot of people have been just slamming the big fish the last couple of years. They're still there, but you got to look for them because they're in a little different location. And we're going to meet with a couple teams today that definitely were able to do that. Our first place team with 36.33 pounds, Lonnie Jacobs and Janine Landseidel. How are you doing today?
We're doing real well, real well. It's hard to win.
You know, it was, you had a whole night to sleep on your win from Sunday's Pure PowerSports Open here on Partial Bay. You guys came in with a whopping 36.33 pounds. What did you think you were going to have a weight like that going into the day?
Honestly, no. We figured we could get the mid-20s, and we were hoping for 30, but things clicked. They really did. We caught 2 good fish with our plan A, and we caught 3 good fish with plan B. So the stars aligned, so to speak.
Well, and that's good to hear because I talked to a lot of anglers coming off the water, and I think they were on plan C, D, E, F, G, H, whatever else. And the weather was kind of interesting on Sunday because it started out really beautiful, almost glass on the water, and then that wind started picking up. Did the fishing pick up as the weather changed?
Absolutely. That was a huge part of it. We worked almost backwards. Normally you start out in the morning, shallow, and we started deep. We started in that 22 to 25 range. And when that wind picked up, we went to 13 to 17 foot, and it all broke loose at that time. When that wind picked up, that was what did it for us.
Okay. Well, I know all the fans at home are wondering what it took to catch these fish. Were you pulling traps or you pulling live bait? What was the hot ticket?
We were live baiting. We're live baiters.
And anything in particular, worms, crawlers? Were you one of the groups that had all those big, huge creek chubs out there?
Yeah, so we start out every day with one of each down in terms of an egg crawler, a leech, and a big minnow, a chub, and we see what they're going on. And the leech was the ticket to begin with, and then the chub went for about an hour, and then the chub shut off. We literally couldn't catch a fish on a big minnow for 4 hours. Like, couldn't get a bite.
Wow.
But her leech went nuts again, and to be honest, Janine saved the day for us.
So,
yeah,
that's good. It's always good to have a good partner to save your bacon on a day like today. Now, a couple of quick things about AIM. You fished all 4 AIM events this year. What do you like about the AIM style of fishing?
The format is awesome, Jeremy. Putting all the fish back in the water, it doesn't get any better than that. You guys come up with a format that just it should be pushed, and it should be pushed, and that's the number one thing is no fish get killed, so to speak, taken out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Do they all live? I don't know the answer to that, but if 90% of them live, that's a pretty good ratio.
Janine, what's it like fishing an AIM tournament?
It's pretty cool. I actually spoke with Danny earlier today, and I was saying, love the rules meeting this year. It's pretty good stuff. You feel good at the end of the day. I don't know how many we had total on the card, but it was few. And Lonnie said 11 or 12, I think.
11.
Yeah, 11 fish on your card, so yeah.
Yeah, and 11 fish went back in the water. I mean, you're only going to weigh 5, and no fish are getting wasted. That's what I look at it like. Otherwise, they're just getting wasted. You're not even weighing them, and it's just a good feeling. I think putting them back and giving them a chance.
Sweet.
So it's pretty good stuff.
So getting to the card, You ended your day with a set of 27-inch fish. Were you guys pretty nervous going into that towards the end of the
I
day?
wouldn't say
Or were you
nervous,
excited?
pretty excited, honestly. When we got the first one, I think the 27.5 was before the 27. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. But anyways, when we got that fish, then we were going to weigh 325 plus whatever, quarter and half, and the 27.5. And then she had got a 22.5 that morning when we were deep. We had 5 quality fish. We're 22.5. We're happy with every time. Them are good fish. I think they're 454 on your card.
Yep.
But honestly, we looked at each other while we were fishing and said, if we get one more good one, we're going to win this thing. Right now, we figured we were in the top 3, which we would have been. We'd had like 32 and change. But with that one more good one, it bolted us up to 36, and we were quite confident we were going to win then. Then we went back to spot number 1, and we didn't upgrade there anyway the last hour. But we were confident with that. When we got them 227s, honestly, we were confident.
So the other cool thing about the AIM Weekend Walleye Series is it's a series, and you're competing for Team of the Year points. And you guys, like a lot of anglers, had a tough time in Garrison, and you scored 104.36 Team of the Year points, and you replaced that, speaking of upgrades, with 200 points in this tournament. What's it like to fish a tournament with Team of the Year points and the possibility of winning a Yamaha kicker at the end of the year?
It's really exciting, to be honest, and that's genuine. If we've never been a Team of the Year in any of these circuits, and right now we're sitting good. Got to have a good championship, of course. Yep. But it's very exciting, and throwing one out, I actually like that because of the fact that Garrison won. Which, Jeremy, that Garrison tournament, that shouldn't have happened. We actually bought a place in Garrison last October for 2 reasons: to be close to the lake, and it got me 45 minutes closer to work. And we moved to Garrison, and we got one fish in the tournament there. And the last 2 years, we've got 3rd and 2nd in the Gum Cup right out of Garrison, and we caught one 15-inch fish. So yeah, we can laugh about it now, but that day, honestly, neither one of us, I don't think we talked for an hour after we loaded.
Well, and it's tough waking up at, being at the boat ramp at 5:30 in the morning and getting everything in and everything. And we appreciate everything you've done this year, and you've just been a quality team. And we look forward to seeing you at the state championship here in a couple of weeks. So, anything else as far as sponsors or anything at the end of this interview?
Like to thank all the sponsors that are out there. The Garmin, we're actually really seriously talking about getting a Garmin in the boat. Yamaha Motors, we have a Yamaha on our second boat. It's a Tai Lund boat. Absolutely, thanks to all the sponsors, and thanks to you guys, Jeremy. Thanks for doing what you're doing. You're doing a really good job this year, and just again, thanks to everyone that's involved.
Now, all of our participants in the AIM Weekend Walleye Series this year have been competing for Team of the Year points. Each tournament, each team can win up to 200 points. At the end of the season, we take their 3 best qualifying events for Team of the Year points and how they do at the state championship, and that determines the Team of the Year points. Now, a lot of people think winning Team of the Year is all about luck, but in reality, it's all about hard work and determination. And our second place competitors in Partial definitely understand that. We're going to be chatting with Justin Krieger and Rick Ellingson, not only about what it takes to take second place in Partial this weekend, but what's it take to win Team of the Year. How's it going today?
Good.
So it's always a good day when we get to talk on the wrap about a second place finish. We had a beautiful day for putting in the water, and then it got kind of windy. How'd that affect your fishing on Sunday?
Well, we never really noticed the wind all day until the boat ride back. We were out of the wind most of the day. We were kind of wishing we had a little.
Yeah, and what was fishing like on Sunday?
Go ahead, Rick.
Sunday was pretty good. Way better than our pre-fish. We caught 2 fish over 21 and a 25, I believe it was, pre-fish, and that was it. A lot of smaller fish.
Okay. And what was the hot tactic? I mean, were you rigging, jigging, you pulling cranks?
It was all rigging.
All rigging? Okay. What was the hot bait? There's a lot of guys going out with big creek chubs and leeches and crawlers. And what was the ticket for you guys?
All three.
Yeah, we got, I think, three of our big ones came on chubs, one on a leech and one on a crawler.
Well, it's all about diversity at that point. So that's pretty good. Now, I'm just going to go down your card with you guys. And I guess the first question is, how many little fish did you throw away for the 8 fish that you have on your card?
Two.
So you caught 10 fish total on Sunday.
Yes.
Wow. That makes this card even more impressive, because the big issue at Partial Bay is, we went out fishing the day before and we probably got 60, 80 fish, and we had 5 eaters out of that because the fishery is so full of little fish. So you start your day with a 23-inch fish and then a 25 3/4 and a 25. What was that like getting that started that way?
Well, we thought it was a good start, but we were definitely hoping there was going to be more of them there. And we had to move around a little bit. We worked one area. We had to move around. We'd find a couple fish here, a couple fish there. And we ended up getting that 27 right at the end there. And we had, I want to say that was around noon when we got that fish.
Little story on that 25-incher. We were drifting over some rocks, and I looked down. I seen the rocks right below the bow of the boat. Tell Justin that, and he says, well, it's 11 foot here. And so I lifted my rod up just to get it out of the snags, and wham, that 25-incher hit it. I don't know, he must have been in 5 foot of water.
Wow. So they were eating off the bottom a little ways.
Yeah, they were right in the rocks.
So there's a lot of guys that put 16 and 20-inch fish on their card and 23s, and those were your fish that you didn't have a score. You ended up with a 26 and a 27-inch fish. What excites you about fishing the Ames series and having those fish go back into the water?
Well, they're back in the water. I like that part a lot.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Watching them swim away.
And you don't have to haul fish around in that hot weather to try to keep them alive.
Trying to keep them alive all day. Catch 27-inch fish at noon, by 3 o'clock, get your baby in it.
Yeah, that's a lot of stress that you're not going through with the Ames series.
Absolutely.
Plus, those fish get to go back. The other thing that's kind of crazy, you guys fished 3 tournaments with us, and you're doing pretty good on Team of the Year points. And what's it like fishing a series with the Team of the Year points? And and you guys understand this more than anybody else, because you were our first place winners last year in Team of the Year and got that Yamaha kicker motor. Explain to us what it takes to do well in Team of the Year points.
You got to keep grinding. And I guess, I don't know, we watched it last year. We just never gave up. We just kept going fishing and slowly watched it climb. And we still haven't given up this year. We were down there. One more good finish, other guys got to kind of, I hate to say the word, but flub a little bit and not do so well. And that's kind of how it works. Consistency.
I mean, we haven't done the official numbers or anything yet, but 36 pounds is first place. You're at 34. I mean, you're going to be in the high 90s for 190 some Team of the Year points this time. That definitely helps. One of the things that I really respect about you guys as competitors, watching you for the last 2 years, you came out at Newtown, you blew up your motor, and you still fished, and the amount of fish that you caught that day kept you in the Team of the Year points. Talk about, even on a bad day of fishing, the importance of grinding it out.
Well, when that motor blew, we were going 62 to 0 in about 5 seconds. We were both pretty disappointed. We tried not to let it ruin our day. I'd like to say, you've probably seen the pictures of the small fish we were catching and the smiles.
Yeah.
We actually had a pretty good time.
We had a pretty fun day that day. We cranked for 13 miles that day. Yeah. We seen a lot of this lake that we've never seen up and close and personal, that spots we blow by all the time. We said, we got to come back and look at this. We got to come back and look at that. It gave us a chance to see the lake actually that day, of spots that we'd never even considered.
Well, and I think that's the important thing, and what I really appreciated about looking back on that day with you guys as competitors, you just got done saying how much you learned about that lake, and then you set the example of not giving up that day. A lot of guys would have just quit and had somebody call and take the 100 point, just get the 100 points, but you wouldn't be where you're going to be at this week without those points and team of the year points. So what's it mean to win team of the year versus winning like the championship at the end?
It was pretty cool to win it. We didn't think we'd ever do it, trying to catch Grant Miller, but starting at the beginning of the year, but we ended up doing it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Grant started out with a big lead last year, so it was fun last year trying to see if we could catch it, and we caught it.
Yep. And part of that part of catching and winning team of the year is fishing the state championship. Last year we were in Devil's Lake. This year we're going to be in Beulah on Lake Sakakawea. It's important to keep grinding, like you were saying, because team of the year points is just as valuable as a first place win there. What's
yes. That? We're hoping to do well at the state championship. It's still, I haven't seen the results of the where we're sitting in the points yet, so I don't know any of that, what we have to do. It'd be nice to just come out of there with a winner in the top 5.
You took team of the year last year, and you got the opportunity to go to the national championship. Talk to the folks here in North Dakota about how that national championship is as far as being a competitor.
It's tough going to a brand new lake like that with just 4 days of pre-fish, but it was a heck of a bunch of fun.
Yeah, it was a lake we've never even thought of before, and to go there and try to figure out fish and all that, it was fun. It was fun. I definitely want to try it again.
We got them figured out on the second day.
Yeah, day 2 was good.
That's always crazy. What's it like competing against the top 10 teams from 3 different states?
Oh, you're going against some sticks there, and they all are. They're very skilled fishermen. Very skilled. If
there's some folks that are sitting around at home, they saw AIM, they're watching the wrap, what would you explain to them about AIM and whether they should get involved next year or not?
I'd give it a try. I would say give it a try. It's probably one of the best formats for a tournament that I've been involved in.
It's definitely the best.
Yeah, the picture part, it's not hard. It's simple. It's absolutely simple to do, and just go out there and give it a try, and you'll see if you like it, and you'll like it.
Anything you got to say to sponsors or anybody out there that gave you a hand making this year possible?
Well, thanks to my partner, Iron, and my wife, Bobby, for allowing me to do as much fishing as I do and to do this series. And that's about it. We don't have any sponsors.
Well, cool. Well, we appreciate everything and can't wait to see you in a couple weeks and at the state championship. And have a good night, guys.
You too.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Now, thank you guys for a wonderful interview and that insight on what it takes to win Team of the Year. After Lake Winnebagosh next weekend, all we have left for the season is 3 state championships in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, where we get to find out which 30 teams get to go to the national championship. Until next time, we'll see you on the wrap.